All right, Mark, you ready for some viewer mail?
We sure are, Kev.
I'm still calling it mail. Steve from Little Rock, Arkansas sends
right.
in this problem. So this is his fireplace, raised hearth, as you can see right there, and that's pulling away from the brick on the wall. And you can just kind of see the crack. So your thoughts as to what it is and what should he do?
Okay, well, very typical problem. I see it all the time. What we're looking at is a raised hearth. Under that is what we call a subbed hearth, and it's a monolithic concrete pour that supports the hearth and the firebox. Okay. So that separation is almost typical if it's not done properly, and that's what I suspect, but it is an easy fix.
So you say monolithic pour, meaning that you would have a sub pour that was in behind the fireplace out into the room?
Exactly.
Maybe that didn't happen, or maybe that connection broke.
Right.
So what does he do?
So all he's going to do is he's going to take a chisel and a hammer. This is my favorite chisel, so that's why I'm going to use it. But he wants to take that joint out all the way through, and he's going to use a little dab of water just so the masonry doesn't suck the water out of the mortar. Use a vacuum as well, and then all you're going to do is get some type N mortar, and you're going to get a trowel and a margin trowel, and you're going to just repack that mortar joint. One thing I do want to note, Kevin, is make sure that this margin trowel is thinner than the joint. That way you can get a full pack as you go.
So it sounds like something he can do himself, and we're not really trying to fix the break, we're just trying to fill in the gap.
Exactly. The settlement has happened. It's probably not going to continue, so that's why I say go fix it.
Okay.
All right.
Next one comes to us from John. He is in Ohio, and he's got a similar situation with a raised hearth, firebox, and all of that. But in this case, that brick wall going all the way up to the ceiling, that has separated from, I guess, the wall behind it right there.
Right, exactly. So this problem occurred during installation. There are a couple steps that he skipped, okay? When I see that vertical joint like that, I can see the mortar pulling away. The brick is not falling out. I lined it up with my eye, and you can see that trim on either side of the brick. That indicates that the fireplace is in place. If it wasn't, it would fall beyond that trim.
So what's causing the separation if it's not pulling away?
So the separation, again, really didn't happen. What happened was when you put the mortar joint in, it shrunk. The water in the mortar got sucked into this drywall, okay? And it also got sucked into the brick. So what I would have done during installation is I would have put what we call a bond breaker. Okay, so all this is a foil. You strip it in the back, you stick it to the drywall. That will not allow water to penetrate the drywall. I would take my paintbrush with a little bit of water, I would dab the back of the brick, it does the same thing. And then I'm using another material. This is just a styrofoam material that we called a backer rod. And if we didn't have that, when we packed the mortar in, it would just fall and we'd be there all day. But other than that, same process of packing. Again, make sure you use a thinner margin trowel than the joint itself, and that way you'll get a full pack.
Also something John can do himself, you think?
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Two happy campers right there. Thank you, Mark.
All right, Kevin.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.